What would it mean, I wonder, to wake up one morning and realise you never had to remember how to be extraordinary, because deep inside you already are? And if that's true, and it is true, then isn't it fascinating that every outrageous action you've ever taken was just your deeper self saying, here I am, unapologetic, untamed, uncontainable. So tell me, have you ever noticed how a whisper can carry more power than a scream? Or how one playful grin can melt resistance faster than 1,000 arguments? Because outrageousness doesn't mean loud, it means alive. And if you are alive, then outrageous is your natural rhythm. Now imagine you once met a man on a rooftop in Morocco. He laughed like thunder, danced like fire, and simply by being, reminded you of something you'd forgotten. He didn't ask for permission. He didn't seek validation. He just lived. And because he lived, so did you. And maybe, just maybe, he was you, before you forgot how fun it is to not care what they think. You see, the trick is, you never needed permission to be outrageous. You only needed a reason. And now, as you hear these words, and feel the edges of your old beliefs unravelling, you might begin to wonder how much more fun, more magnetism, more wild beauty is possible when being outrageous becomes your operating system. Not as a mask, but as a mirror, reflecting your power back to the world. Because you are outrageous. And it's empowering to be outrageous. And it's fun to be outrageous. And the more outrageous you are, the more you become who you've always been. But louder, brighter, freer. And isn't that what people really crave? To be near the one who dares to dance first. To feel the energy of someone who isn't trying to be charismatic, but is simply too alive to ignore. What if confidence isn't learned? What if it's uncovered? The way sunlight doesn't become bright. It just removes the clouds. What if every belief that used to hold you back was just a funny little story, told by someone who forgot you were a flame, not a shadow? Because outrageousness, it's freedom disguised as laughter. It's confidence disguised as curiosity. It's seduction disguised as sincerity. It breaks norms, not to destroy, but to rebuild. A new world where you lead, not by force, but by fun. Because people don't follow logic. They follow aliveness. They follow the spark. They follow you. When you follow yourself. And now you might wonder, how do I make this real? How do I become this version of me? You already know, don't you? Because you've done it before. That one time you said what you really meant. That time you laughed so hard it rewired your cells. That moment you stood up, stood out, stood free. That was real, that was you. And now you're just remembering forward. Because this new belief system, this wild, playful, powerful identity, isn't something that you build. It's something you uncover. You install it by embodying it. You teach your nervous system to trust joy. You give yourself permission to feel good for no reason. And in that state, when you feel the rhythm of outrageousness bubbling in your chest, your body learns, your mind rewires, your identity locks in. And now the world mirrors it back. They smile wider, they laugh louder. They lean closer, because you are the permission you've been waiting for. So teach me, you say, teach me using examples, how this becomes me. And the answer is simple. Every time you exaggerate your truth, you amplify your charisma. Every time you play with fear, you shrink it down. Every time you break a rule that no longer fits, you reclaim your power. You walk into the room, and before a word is spoken, you're already speaking with energy, with presence, with certainty. Because your beliefs shape reality. And your new belief says, I am unforgettable, I'm electrifying, I'm outrageous, and they love me for it. And even if they didn't, I'd love myself enough for all of us. Because that's what it means to lead with outrageousness. To spark without burning. To rebel with reverence. to laugh your way into liberation. And when people say you're too much, you say that's the idea. Because being outrageous means being full of life, of love, of fire. And fire doesn't apologise. So now let's try something, right now. Imagine walking like this version of you. Imagine speaking like them, dressing like them, flirting like them, selling, dancing, living like them. You feel it. That is installation. That is transformation. That is you becoming you again. And so it is.